Welcome to This Place. Each week we ask Oregonians about the places they call home. This week we hear from Bob Kruger in Sisters, recorded at the 2025 Sisters Festival of Books.
We came to Sisters, my family, in the late 70s. We had a vacation home in the Tollgate neighborhood, and then we left but maintained contact with the town. And then my sisters and my mother started moving here about 20 years ago. One of my sisters moved to Bend, and then we all ended up here in 2015. It's an older town because it's a popular retirement community, right? And a tourist community. Since the late teens, I think there's been a lot of telecommuting in the area. But the draw of the area for me has just been my long association with nature here. My grandfather used to stay at the Sisters Hotel, which is now the Saloon Restaurant, back in the 30s when he was hunting as a teenager. My father used to make frequent trips out here. I caught my first fish over at the Crooked River when I was 6 years old. And it's just a beautiful place with mild weather, not too much rain. I had moved away and was in Seattle where we raised our daughter for 23 years, and then I really needed a break from the relentless rain, so this was a change. Well, I've lived in a couple of small towns, and I think of how long it takes to break the surface tension of a town and how you do that. And if you were moving here, I would say the bookstore is a great venue for meeting people. Lane runs different games, and his partner has a Scrabble club. We just played a game about half an hour ago. They play board games and Magic, and it's kind of a great community hub. Another one is the Sisters Athletic Club. Is a nice place. I used to come and have coffee with the retirees. And I used to live in North Bend, Washington, which is famous for being the location of Twin Peaks. And in that area, the local gym was a great place to meet people, but it was a much younger crowd at that gym. And coming here, I decided to start with that as a focal point for meeting people. Since it was a lot of older guys, I did manage to make some great friends, but it's been painful because in this community, you lose people over the course of a decade quite frequently. So like John Turner, who was a World War II and Korean War vet, I got to know, and he died about a year ago at the age of 99, just after calling me on my birthday. And that was hard. There's kind of a late fall, twilight feel to the town in that sense year-round now. There's a kind of a poignancy of loss sometimes in this town, but it's a very beautiful place, and with beautiful rivers, great fly fishing, which is one of my favorite avocations.
That was Bob Kruger in Sisters. This Place is produced by Oregon Humanities and edited by John Richardson. To hear more stories from This Place, visit OregonHumanities.org or follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you find podcasts. Thanks for listening.